Good morning. Today is May 17th, and I am Psychic Medium Danielle Garcia with your energy forecast for the week. How is everyone dealing once again with the solar storms and the Schumann resonance spikes? It's been super crazy over the last week. Lots and lots of physical reactions, emotional reactions, and many empaths have reported to me that they were struggling last week. So, knock on wood, hopefully this week's going to be a better week. Checked in this morning, Schumann has spiked to 33, which isn't wonderful by any means, but it's definitely not in the 90s or, the 200 or 300s like we've seen before. So that in itself is a blessing. No space weather that's super remarkable to report on today. So again, super grateful for that. Today, the moon enters into Leo. So this is a great time to embrace joy, to embrace playfulness, to really allow that inner child to come out and express and play. It's a wonderful time to focus your creativity on doing a special project or maybe something that you've been thinking about experiencing but you haven't done before, using that creativity. The Pleiades Portal is open until the 22nd of this month. With that comes an amazing, wonderful, beautiful sense of divine feminine energy. The Pleiades is connected to that divine feminine, the nurturing, the love, the compassion, also the strength, the bravery, the warrior, if you will. So it's a wonderful time to go within and connect with that divine feminine energy that is within all of us. It doesn't really matter what your gender is, it's divine feminine energy is available to all of us. And utilize that to work with it, to see those beautiful, strong parts of yourself. It's also a time for healing. This is a great energetic portal to manifest with. It's a great time to call back those pieces of yourself that may be fragmented, that you've lost along the way. If you're not feeling quite yourself, quite your happy, merry, beautiful, awesome, joyful self, then think back upon how did you lose that? Where are those pieces hanging out in? And it's a great time for soul retrieval also for those of you who are aware of that practice or would like to experience it. Feminine energy historically also holds darker emotions, that lay down, with underneath the surface. And I think that many women can identify with that. So, because many times we're taught to be of service to everybody else, to make everybody else happy. And we feel stifled or stagnant because we're like pushing things down. Well, this is a time to bring those things forward, to bring those darker emotions forward. And by darkness, I'm not talking evil. Oh, I could say so many things right now. I'm talking darker as in negative. Usually these come from shadow. Usually these come from ego. Usually these come from insecurities, as we all have because we're all human. So this could be hate, rage, revenge, distrust, disobedience, pulling in that negativity and not taking a really strong, hard look at ourselves as we truly are. We can have darker emotions about ourselves. It's not just the outside world. We can be truly, really hard on ourselves. And this is a time to look and take a deep dive into those darker emotions to see, is this really truth? Do I really feel this way? Is this a projection about something else? Is this my pain creating this energy to act a certain way? So this is a time of, a little bit of an inventory, if you will, of those darker emotions, if you choose to work on them, as well as this is a time to look at shadow side, shadow self. Funny how feminine energy brings that out. I truly believe that feminine energy is such a powerful, powerful force that it can go to those places within us that hold that darkness and hold that shadow and help us to move to, bigger, brighter, more wonderful places, as well as allow us to know our true strength and our true power and our true grace. We're also in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Dun, dun, dun. This is a time for you to make sure you're looking at contracts, at communication, and also technology, which my computer dorked out 3 times before I was able to film this. Believe it or not, when you come into situations like that, if you know Reiki, you can send Reiki to your computer, to your cell phone, car, any kind of electronics, and it can really help to boost the vibe and get things back into balance. So there's your Reiki tip for Mercury retrograde. The lunar eclipse and the super moon are coming in 9 days, so prep, get ready. May is really setting out to be this huge, huge pivotal month of movement, of healing, of acknowledgement, and of honoring our authentic self. It's basically like all the bullshit's gonna come to the surface, and if you haven't dealt with that, then the universe is gonna send you a couple more red flags about that until you figure out what really helps to put you into balance. It's interesting to me, the astrology of this month, and then when you follow the solar storms, and when you follow the Schumann resonance, and then when you follow even the political uprisings that are going on in the world today. Interesting, because they're all connected, and it's all pushing ourselves to reach a different level. And you can call that ascension, you can call that soul evolvement, you can call it a multitude of different things, but yet we're on this ride together. Some of us are going to be dragged, some of us are going to go with the flow, and some of us are going to be the leaders for that. So you get to choose what your role is in this changing times, both within humanity, within your life, within the universe, within your family, your work, your nation, etc., etc., etc. Themes for this week: move through it, pushing forward to greater degrees of healing and understanding. Find your inner joy. What makes you happy? Go out and experience that playfulness of the inner child. So often we cut that off as we get older, right? We're not just thinking about, ooh, what makes me happy? Let's go do that. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go create this. Bring that inner child out to play. We really need to connect with that piece of ourselves that has that understanding that joy is just around the corner. It's not stuck in our rooms during a pandemic. And learning from shadow is also another theme this week. So, because shadow will be a focus of the energies coming forward, I am pulling from the Dark Mirror deck. A little bit darker energy in this one, but it connects as we're talking about shadow, and some of these cards are popping out already. So, first card I draw, Blinded to Pain. Interesting, okay? So she's got the whole blindfold on this. She's got bees and cuts all over her chest. Interesting. These are over her lungs, which signifies the breath of life. When we get tired of life, the lungs can hold on to the tiredness of life and really weight us down. So also over her heart center. How much pain will we put ourselves through until we actually realize how amazing we are? When will we connect with Creator Source and realize that we're here for deep reasons? It's not just to pay a bill. It's not just to be in a relationship. It's not just to be a parent. We're here for big reasons, and that's definitely not to struggle. The next card, Anger and Chains. Wonderful signification of release, release, release. Tapping into those darker emotions, tapping into shadow. Anger and chains. What's holding you back from your highest, greatest good? Next card, Bride in a Cage. Ooh, this is a dark one. Okay, check her out, right? When I connect with her energy, with the energy of this is about being encased and put in that box of what the expectation of everyone else is for us. And that is a death, isn't it? It feels stagnant. It feels like you can't be who you are because you're always constantly trying to fit inside that box. Interesting that Bride comes through, as this is a time of the divine feminine with the Pleiadian portal, the Pleiades portal opening up as well. I don't take that as a coincidence. I wanted to end the card draw with the Rebel deck. Okay, we're supposed to bring out the playfulness of that inner child. So this is more playful, more adult wording than my other card deck. So if that offends you, click and, stop watching. All right, so the first card that comes up, figure shit out on your own. And there's a little lightning bolt on the back. Really, this is about moving through ego, moving through those dark emotions. And the last one, you equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. So I hope that made you laugh. Maybe you connected with the energy of these cards. Who knows? But above and beyond all that, stay close to center. Realize how freaking amazing you are. And have a blessed week.